Now to examine the act of accommodating these people themselves. A factor that we need to consider when judging how reasonable it is to accommodate an individual is their deserving nature of the help. Taking our previous example of education, do these special ed students deserve this funding? Are we morally responsible to provide an equitable environment for these students to learn even if there were high costs associated with it? Following a deontological view, we are morally bound to care for those around us. In the case of education, we are morally bound to provide those in special ed a chance to learn just as we do, and be given the same chances as us. It is our moral duty to treat them with equity and as human beings. This is similar to an egalitarian view, where each of us should be getting the same treatment. These all function under the syllogism that humans deserve to be treated fairly. Special needs people are humans, therefore special needs people deserve to be treated fairly. Another example we see this occurring in is the transit system. Those who are disabled, such as those in wheelchairs, used to try and adapt to the transit system. It is no longer the case nowadays, with people feeling obligated to give up their seat in the priority seating area and designs incorporating wheelchair-accessible facilities and vehicles. This shift in views towards a more accommodating stance indicates that as a collective, society may be weighing the morality of our actions more. However, this raises concern. If we are providing for those who need, how do we judge who is actually in need? There is a relativistic view to who actually acquires accommodation, in the sense that to different people, we will see the needs of the people differently. For example, some might argue that in the transit system, the disabled are receiving their accommodation through private transport, whereas others may argue they should have the same access to all facilities. And thus, we have the dilemma with judging actions based on the intrinsic morality. Everybody can have a different standpoint on the matter, giving rise to ambiguity. Nevertheless, we must never discredit the perceived morality of an action, which makes up ethics. We are essentially bound by our perception of the actions we take and the ethics we conform to.
Created using Powtoon!